guys, and welcome to another one of my reviews. It's been a while, but I'm finally back behind the wheel of a BMW. But this is no ordinary BMW, so to speak. This is a Dinan M4 S2. Now, a lot of you may not know what Dinan stands for, or what it means, or what the S2 means, so I'm going to explain all of that in a second. Dinan is basically, if you're living in Europe, you probably know a couple of tuners if you're a BMW fan. Among those tuners, you'll find AC Schnitzer, Hamann, or maybe Hark or G-Power, names that are pretty much known in Germany. In the US, if you want the equivalent of AC Schnitzer, which has a close relationship with BMW, you'd probably go for a Dinan tune. Dinan is a company founded by Steve Dinan back in the 70s, the late 70s, and has been around for quite a while. They've been creating some absolutely incredible tuning options for BMWs, and the best thing about them is that they are legal and they do not void your warranty. Now what that means is that if you end up having some sort of issue with your brand new BMW and you take it to BMW and they claim that the issue you're experiencing comes from your tune, then Dinan will cover it. On the other hand, if you have an issue that isn't related to your tune, BMW will cover it. So basically you're covered any way you look at it. Now that's a big advantage. No other tuner in the US has the same relationship with BMW, and no other tuner in the US offers this kind of warranty. Furthermore, everything installed on this car still allows it to be legal and abide by car rules. That means you won't be polluting anymore, and whether you run into the cops and they start to look really carefully at your car, they will not give you a fine for breaking the law. So that's another thing you need to keep in mind. Now, a lot of people have been saying that a Dinan tune is quite expensive, but as I've already said, there's a reason for that. But I'm going to go back to that a bit later. First, let's see what this S2 package brings. The S2 basically stands for Signature 2 package, which is the full kit Dinan can offer. This car has everything from a new intake, more power, a new exhaust, to the forged wheels on the outside, carbon fiber bits on the boot and up front, and everything in between. This is a full tune. Now, considering the power output this kit has, some people have been saying that the Dinan M4 S2 is a better deal than the M4 GTS. Why is that? Well, the S2 tune takes your engine's power up to 548 horsepower. Yeah, they're still using the 3-liter engine. That's 548 horsepower, which is just 2 horsepower shy of what the GTS brings to the table. In terms of torque, the things are basically identical. So why would someone pay $150,000 when you can get a standard M4, get a $13,000 S2 tuning package, and get the same specs at the same time? Well, there's a big discussion to be had here. The S2 M4 definitely handles well. The first time I drove an M4, what I noticed was that the rear end was really snappy. That turbocharged engine had a lot of torque, and the rear wheels were overwhelmed quickly, which, including the even with the clever M differential at the back, you'd get scared at times. Now BMW fixed that with the competition package, which brings revised suspension to the table and a couple more horses. And yes, the competition package is worth every penny, but the S2 package from Dinan takes things a bit further. During my time with the car, at no point have I felt that I'm not in control of what's happening. This car is absolutely planted. The rear end has plenty of grip. It doesn't break away unless you really push it, and you can get incredible lap times, I'm sure, on the track. I didn't get to go there yet. That that's because everything was revised and replaced with Dinan's own performance package, from camber plates to dampers, which are adjustable, and coilovers as well. So the car is a lot stiffer than it would be in standard guise, and that really helps out a lot. I didn't expect it to make such a big difference, but this thing is absolutely planted. On the other hand, BMW M cars are known for their dual character. What that means is they're adored for the fact that you can take your kid to school in a BMW M car and then go do some hot laps at Laguna Segway, and you can still go back home without having to have two cars. Basically, this is a chameleon, if you will. Well, when you're going for an S2 tune, you have to choose performance over comfort, and that's something customers should know before purchasing this package. So think of it as a balance of sorts. You have on the one hand you have comfort, on the other you have performance. With a standard M car, those two are pretty much evened out. But when you go for the Dinan package, you lean the balance in favor of performance instead of comfort. That's only natural, and you should know that beforehand. And customers buying it pretty much know what they're getting into. Now, I've been driving this car for a couple of days now, and I have to say the suspension is stiffer than I expected. The fact that it has these big 20-inch wheels on it doesn't help, and the Pirelli Corsa tires are absolutely amazing at providing grip, but they're not the most comfortable tires in the world. They don't even have too much rubber above the rim. So that can't help. As a matter of fact, during my first day with the car, I spent about 10 hours behind the wheel, and I got home with some back pain, but I'm guessing that's more related to the seat, and it's no fault of Dinan's. It's just something that happens. But I just wanted to mention it so that you guys are aware of just how stiff this car is. On the other hand, as stiff as it is, and even if you can feel every crack in the road, on the track it will absolutely demolish everything ahead of it. To be honest, during my time with the car, I could not notice any understeer whatsoever. The front end has plenty of grip, the rear end extremely more than the standard car, even though it has some 100 and plus horsepower extra. So what does that tell us about the Dinan S2? Well, in a nutshell, this is basically like you taking someone to the gym. So you have someone you want to transform into a better athlete, right? So the dude's never been to the gym, he's never lifted weights in his life, and so on. The thing with this car is as if you're taking this man to a whole new level, but you cover every aspect of it. So you're not just working the upper body, you're working the legs too. This is what happened with the Dinan S2. It is a complete package. You get 550 horsepower by usage of a new ECU tune. There's a new remap. You get a new intake that looks absolutely brilliant. It's all made of carbon fiber to make sure no added weight is put on. You get a new exhaust that sounds absolutely brilliant and transforms the note of the engine, which, by the way, I don't know how some people can say that the M4 sounds bad. At least in this, guys, with the Dinan exhaust, it sounds absolutely brilliant, as you're about to hear. Doesn't that sound good? I don't know what some people are on. I know it's not a V8, but that's not the point. The V8 will always sound different. This is a straight 6, and to my taste, it sounds absolutely glorious. Now the whole package, the whole Dinan package for this car will set you back $13,000. Now that seems like a lot, right? Well, the best part about it is that it's not a complete package deal. If you want just a couple of parts for your M4, you can get just the parts you want to enhance. For example, you just want extra power, right? Well, you get the extra power kit, which consists of a new tune, new intake, new exhaust, and some extra cooling. That's it. You don't have to get the wheels, you don't have to get the carbon fiber, and you'll end up spending less than you expected. Let's say you just want your car to look better. You can get the wheels, you can get the carbon fiber bits, and that's it. So to my taste, this is a great option for anyone wanting some extra power without voiding their warranty and without breaking the law. Another thing I should mention is that, and I might have said it before, is that this car is absolutely a peach to drive. Now, compared to the M4, as I said, it is a lot more composed. It offers more grip than ever, even though it has 550 horsepower. As a matter of fact, going into Dinan and picking it up, I was thinking maybe 550 horsepower is too much for a rear-wheel drive car like this, but it turned out I was completely wrong. Oh, and on top of that, it does 60 miles an hour in the blink of an eye. That didn't take long, did it? So overall, is this a cheaper M4 GTS? Well, the M4 GTS uses water injection, as you probably know. It uses that system in order to cool down the temperature and prevent knock. That way, engineers manage to boost the turbo pressure and make sure that the engine, even though it makes a lot more horsepower than the standard unit, won't blow up over the long time and can withstand long track days. That is a brilliant solution. It's not a new one. It's been used by different areas of industry around the world for a long time, but it was a good solution for a car meant to go on the track. However, the M4 GTS has that price tag, that outrageous price tag according to some, because it is a rare car. Only 700 units were built. Furthermore, it was developed only to be used on the track. Of course, it is road legal and you could use it daily, but I'm pretty sure it won't be comfortable with all that front big lip and the roll cage in the back. The Dinan Tune, on the other hand, doesn't use water injection, and it is not a rare car. Yes, it costs a lot less, but then again, over the years, it will probably not rise to the status of a collector's item as the GTS will. So there are a couple of back and forths between them. I would personally go for the Dinan model, because you can get it at any time without a ludicrous price tag, and the performance it brings is absolutely amazing. Now, if the GTS is $70,000 better, then my mind would probably be blown. I didn't get to drive it yet, but considering how good the Dinan model is, I cannot imagine how much better the GTS would have to be in order to be worth the extra $70,000. Why am I saying $70,000? Because, okay, the complete Dinan package is $13,000, but you have to add the M4 you have to get in the first place. So together they make up about $80,000, which is $70,000 less than a M4 GTS. Overall, the Dinan Tune is a bargain in my opinion. And if you really want a tuning kit, a complete kit for your car that will transform it basically into a supercar chaser, not necessarily a killer, this is the kit to go. This has been my review of the Dinan M4 S2, and I hope to see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.